Hey, Mark Rodriguez here. Here are my quick thoughts on Dragon Ball Daima. It's a brand new series that was just announced, and I'm sure everyone's super excited about it, and all the Dragon Ball Z YouTubers are like rejoicing and whatever else. For me, I'm more like confused and like, I don't want to say disappointed, but more like why? And Toei, what y'all doing? Like, what y'all doing? You know what I mean? So basically, Dragon Ball Daima, apparently it's about these enemies that somehow have access to like the entire everything that ever happened in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. They're watching it like different TV screens of all the different events of the series and stuff like that. So they get the Dragon Balls for whatever reason, and they literally make everyone a kid. Not just Goku like in Dragon Ball GT. This time it's like Super GT because Bulma gets turned into a kid, Vegeta, Android 18, Master Roshi, like the whole crew all turn into kids. I'm assuming now they have to find out how to turn back to normal or whatever. But I'm just like, okay? It's so weird. So it's actual like series and stuff. And the part I'm confused the most is there are parts of Goku and Vegeta fighting it out, like I guess for fun or whatever, in their regular adult selves. So I'm kind of curious, okay, so where does this take place? Like what part of the series, like, does it happen? Or is it just kind of a, don't think about it, who cares? Because it is like a different thing. And that's the weirdest thing. Like, I don't get the point of this, to be honest. And I'm sure people are happy. They're happy to see Goku as a kid again, because Goku gets to get his Nyobo again and spin it around like he used to back in the days of Dragon Ball. I would not be surprised if the Kinto Woon appears somewhere. But you know what I mean? It's like taking people back to that. And of course the novelty of seeing all your characters turn into kids again. Especially Master Roshi. Master Roshi's so young, he doesn't even have his beard or nothing, you know? And that's weird, you know, like Roshi without his beard and everything. But, what can I say? Currently over there, I believe in Toei Animation, because there's so many companies, you know, like there's Toei, there's Shueisha, and whatever else, but I want to say it's Toei. They actually have a department that's dedicated to Dragon Ball, and they actually have like these big time meetings that go into like, you know, discussing the future of Dragon Ball, the direction of Dragon Ball and stuff like that. But the thing is, especially now with Daima coming out, I kind of feel that it's not so much like where we take the story or like where do we take the characters. No, it's more like how do we like merch the fuck out of these guys, you know? So the confusing thing is, with this coming out now, instead of an actual continuation of Dragon Ball Super manga, you know, like what's going to happen to those series? Because we still have the Granola arc and the Moro arc that have not been adapted in animated form. And the manga actually did something very interesting, because back then even I was thinking that the Dragon Ball Superhero movie was going to be replacing the events of the Moro arc and the at the time upcoming Granola arc. But no, what they actually did in the manga is that these events take place after those arcs. And you gotta think about it, it's very clever, because in the movie, Goku and Vegeta were out of action. They were not involved in the main plot. They were hanging out with Lord Beerus over there, and they were having a fight, like a one-on-one fight, without any transformations. I forgot if it was just martial arts without ki blast, but I think it was just like that. But they were both in their base forms, so that's like a perfect excuse that, you know, it would explain why you don't see Goku or Vegeta using their newer moves or newer like transformations that only appear in the Moro and Granola arc so far and stuff like that. And you know, that's pretty cool. And it's just a very clever way to do it. It's like that whole, what do you call it, the Schrodinger's cat. It's like, you know, when you see that in the movie, now that we know what we know now, it's like, could Vegeta turn into an ultra ego or could he not? We don't know. They never transformed, you know, so that's kind of clever. But yeah, I am kind of curious what's going to happen there. I'm curious if they're ever going to adapt those arcs, because by now they got enough material. You know, by now we've got like the Moro arc, the Granola arc. We got a bit of a filler arc with Trunks and Goten as teenage superheroes to you know, kind of lead into the story that goes into the superhero. It's up to the anime if you want to do the thing like before, where they kind of readapt the movie in episodic format. And who knows what's going to happen beyond there, you know what I mean? But this Dragon Ball Daima is just very confusing. It looks like an actual series. Like it's going to be like a legit series. I know we had another one that was called, I think it was called Dragon Ball Heroes, that's based on, it's like pre-advertising for like these gacha games in Japan, which is why they're not being dubbed here in America, because, you know, it's advertising something that we don't have here, so why bother? But the thing is, that series is a hell of a weird fanfic mix of everything. All the enemies from Dragon Ball Z and Super and GT and everything, they all just appear in a big jambalaya. You know, you have the return of Goku Black, and you have Baby from GT, and you know, different versions of Pan, and of course the thing that was cool back then when it first came out was the confrontation of Goku Super Saiyan Blue against Goku Super Saiyan 4, and you know, seeing each other like that, because of course, again, there's different versions of Gokus and Vegetas and whatever the fuck else, and you know, you get adult Gotenks and the regular like Super Saiyan Vegito and the Super Saiyan 4 Vegito and all the Vegetos, you know what I mean? It's like a big jambalaya, but those were only like about 10 or so, 10, 12 or so minutes long. And again, they're mainly to advertise the things. I don't really count those that much. But right now, with this Dragon Ball Daima thing, again, I'm very confused. I'm more like, Toei, the fuck are y'all doing? Like, I don't get it. And I'm sure it'll be big. I know lots of fans are going to be excited to see Goku's a kid again. Of course, right now the big thing is the curiosity of who are the new villains and why they turn them on to kids and stuff. And there's a part where they're watching the things, these mysterious villains, for whatever reason, seem very, very interested in Babidi. They're showing scenes of Babidi there, so I don't know if that means he's going to be coming back or not or something. But yeah, I'm very curious about this. It's very weird. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck they doing, man. It's like the series keeps going forward, but then backwards, you know. Super has other moments where they kind of recreate scenes of Dragon Ball Z. Goku's been kind of reduced to being kind of dumb because most of the stuff that he already learned in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, now he's kind of forgetting, so he could relearn them in Super because, you know, by the end of Dragon Ball Z, Goku's practically a well-developed martial arts master and everything, you know. Like, you have to kind of, like, to move the story forward, I guess there's no choice but to put them back. And now we're going to turn everyone into kids, put everyone back, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's just weird. I don't know what to think about it. You guys put your thoughts in the comments below. And I won't be surprised if everyone's, like, super happy and excited. They just bombard me with negative comments or whatever. What are you talking about, Mark? This is the most awesome thing ever. But I'm more, like, cautiously optimistic, I guess. I'm curious. I am curious, but I'm not like super excited. I'm more like, the fuck are you smoking over there, Toei? What are you smoking? And where can I get some? That's my main thing, right there. Toei Animation in charge, or whoever the guy besides Akira Toriyama. No, in fact, you know what, Akira Toriyama? Yeah, I'll ask you directly. The fuck are you smoking over there? And where can I get some? Anyways, guys, Mark Rodriguez here. We'll see you later, and I'll get more updates as we get like more information and more trailers and more stuff like that as it goes on. Catch you later.